Welcome back to Press Review, and let's start by taking a look at today's front pages in the Middle East. Starting from Saudi Arabia, the Arab News leads its front page reporting that Foreign Minister Prince Saud Al Faisal has extended an invitation to Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif to visit the kingdom, stressing that Saudi Arabia is ready for negotiations with Tehran. The paper also reports that health and infectious disease experts met at the World Health Organization on Tuesday to discuss whether the MERS coronavirus now constitutes a public health emergency of international concern. Beirut's Daily Star leads reporting that lawmakers from the March 14 coalition have said that they will boycott any legislative sessions of parliament if there was a vacuum in the presidential post. It also reports that the United States has urged Saudi Arabia and its Gulf neighbors to unite in confronting common threats such as Iran, even as the Arab states struggle to overcome divisions over Qatar's support for the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt. The Jerusalem Post reports that Tel Aviv District Court Judge David Rosen sentenced former Prime Minister Ehud Olmert to 6 years prison time for 2 counts of bribery in the Holy Land trial. The paper also reports that Yesh Atid chairman Yair Lapid put the final nail in the coffin of efforts by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to delay next month's presidential election by announcing his opposition late on Tuesday night in a move seen as revenge for Netanyahu's blocking Yesh Atid faction chairman Ofer Shelah from becoming chairman of the Knesset Foreign Affairs and Defense Committee. The Egypt Independent is reporting that Red Sea Criminal Court will resume trial of 30 suspects accused of breaking into a burning Safaga police station, smuggling inmates and stealing arms. The paper also reports that Russia has said that new European Union sanctions will hinder efforts to defuse the crisis in Ukraine, urging the West to persuade Kiev to hold discussions on the country's future before a May 25 presidential election. And the UAE's Gulf News reads reporting that His Highness Sheikh Mohammed has approved a 2 billion dirhams project to develop the Dubai Creek waterfront in the Al Seef area, extending 1.8 kilometers from Al Fahidi to Bur Dubai. The paper also reports that India's Congress Party has hailed the able leadership of Prime Minister Manmohan Singh and said that he had led the country through difficult times. And now let's take a look at the top Mideast news from UK papers. The Guardian leads Middle East news reporting that United Nations observer at the trial of 2 of Muammar al-Gaddafi's sons in Libya has been detained on suspicion of black magic. The paper says a source at the prison said Ahmed Ghanem, an Egyptian, was detained upon arrival to monitor the case on Sunday after written material was found indicating possible sorcery or improper communications, and was later released by judicial police. The Telegraph reports that the first photograph of the detained Iranian presidential candidate Mir Hossein Mousavi in 3 years shows the aging politician receiving treatment in his hospital bed. The paper adds that President Hassan Rouhani has pledged to secure Mr. Mousavi's release, but has so far been unable to overcome opposition from hardliners to the move. And now let's take a look at the top Mideast news in international papers. From Germany, the Deutsche Welle reports that the residents of Cairo's Gamaliya district are very proud of former Egyptian army chief and presidential candidate Abdel Fattah Sisi. The paper says although he grew up there, he remains a stranger to many of his old companions. China's Global Times reports that a total of 17 suspected Al-Qaeda militants and 11 army soldiers were killed as fresh armed clashes erupted in Yemen's southeastern province of Shabwa early on Wednesday. The paper adds that some local media outlets reported that a top aide to Yemen's defense minister was killed during the clashes. And finally, the Los Angeles Times reports that the United Nations Special Representative for Syria, Lakhdar Ibrahimi, has announced his resignation 2 years after taking on a position that he had described as nearly impossible. The paper says Ibrahimi did not elaborate on his reasons for giving up the post, but UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon hinted at continued diplomatic infighting in the Security Council. was it for today. For more updates, please visit levant.tv. Thanks for watching and bye for now.